Hi guys, how you doing? So I'm just going to get right into the articles today because it's depressing to say the least. First, we have a mother who killed her 4-year-old. This is how it played out. Gurmeet Kaur married Harpreet Singh 6 years ago. According to her claims, he went to Dubai 2 years ago, showed no intention of returning and only called to inquire about his son. I don't know how far that's true because that's what she states, but it's plausible. I can also say with some certainty that he sent money to her monthly for expenses. She took up a job and started having an affair with a man, Kumar, at the office. They planned to elope and she took the kid with her when she left her home to avoid suspicion. Her plan was to leave the kid in the train when she disembarked. If she wanted to elope because her husband did not come home, now that's not completely unreasonable. But she could have done it in so many different ways that would not leave the kid stranded alone in a train station. That's just heartless. But before they reached Delhi, the boy collapsed when Kaur smashed his head against a train wall, angered by his refusal to have food. The couple panicked and threw the body out of the moving train. When they reached Delhi, they went to Singhola village near Narela in northwest Delhi and rented a house there. Now, this particular abuse by the mother was seen and heard and read by several people because it ended in a death. If she did this because he refused to eat, can you imagine the abuse the kid must have faced before this? The abuse suffered by so many kids in the country at the hands of their mothers. Now, more often than not, the woman sees a little of the husband in the child. This is just what I think. Since the husband was not around, she would take out all her anger on the child. Now, children are often being used as hostages in divorces as well. And it's just done purely to hurt fathers or, to get a better deal for themselves. During questioning, the woman confessed to killing the child, saying she had no affection for him. These are the women the laws are protecting. Now, the next one is no less depressing. By the look of things, a mother and her lover killed her 15-year-old son. A conclusive reason is yet unknown because they have not been caught. The deceased who was kidnapped has been identified as Nicholas, alias Niku, who's 15 years old, from New Delhi. His mother, Varita, was in a relationship with Yunus Rahman. Police said Nicholas used to stay with his grandfather, Joseph Joel, after his parents' divorce. Now, Inspector Ravindra Mohite from Hadapshar police station, who was investigating the case, said the deceased's mother, Varita, alias Shruti, was married to one John and later they divorced. Varita started working in New Delhi as a receptionist. She met Yunus, who's a welder. On September 2nd, 2015, Nicholas went missing and his grandfather approached the New Delhi police. From October 2015, Varita, his son and live-in partner, started residing in Hadapshar, Pune in a rented house. In October, the same month, the deceased called his grandfather and told him he was with his mother. He also told him about her relationship and then the call got disconnected. Mohit said the grandfather thought Nicholas was in safe hands, but as we all know, that was not so. Joel tried to call the number. Joel is the grandfather. Now, he tried to call the number from which the deceased had called him, but the call did not connect. In December 2015, Yunus and Varita visited Joel for Christmas. Yunus told him that Nicholas had committed suicide. Now, Yunus also thrashed Joel when he inquired about the post-mortem report and whether a police complaint had been filed. Yunus and Varita then ran away, said Mohit. Joel approached the cops. The New Delhi police found the last call information of Nicholas was in Pune. They alerted Pune police, which questioned the landlord of the house rented by Yunus and Varita. He told them that in January, Yunus had claimed that there was a death in the family and they had to go to their hometown. Since then, they had not returned. The Pune police began searching the house for clues. They said during the investigation they found some tiles on the bedroom floor which were different from the others. The landlord also told them that the tiles had not been there before. We dug up the floor in the bedroom and were shocked to find a decomposed body after 3 feet. The postmortem was conducted on Sunday and the viscera have been preserved. Now, to be honest, I cannot see why they would kill the child after kidnapping from the grandfather. If they do not want the child, they might as well have left him in the care of the grandfather. I mean, that would have been the easiest way to go. Now, there is a possibility that it could have been an accidental death, but I'm not really sure about that. I would really like to see a conclusion in this case and an update when the woman and her lover are nabbed. The motive could possibly be similar to what I said in the previous article, hatred transferred from the man to the kid. Now, if we keep accidental death aside, this looks like a planned murder. They dug up a 3-foot grave to hide the body, and they went through the pain of retiling it. I don't know, from my point of view, the planned murder seems more plausible than accidental death. But yeah, we'll see when the story comes out. I'll keep you guys updated on it. Now let's move on. I'm sure a lot of you might remember this, but there was a huge uproar towards the end of December 2015 about safety of women in IT companies. This happened when a cashier was raped by a man and the act was recorded by another. This is the news as it came out in December. The survivor narrated the order of events that took place in a span of 15 to 20 minutes after she took a break from work at 5:30 p.m. to go to the restroom. The main accused barged into the woman's toilet and grabbed her from behind. I was washing my hands when suddenly Bhag pounced on me, forcibly removed my sari and raped me, the 25-year-old told the paper. When she screamed for help, another man entered the washroom, the second accused, Prakash Mahadik. According to the police, she knew him well as she would often come across him at work, but when she asked him for help, he instead whipped out his phone and began to film the rape. And after the incident, the men threatened to make the pictures and videos public if she complained to the police. Scared, the survivor called her husband and asked him to pick her up. As she waited at the gates for him, she narrated her ordeal to a female security guard, and the news of the crime spread to other employees. She went home with her husband, didn't tell him what happened until much later. He took her to a government hospital for a checkup and then encouraged her to lodge a complaint at the Hinjawadi police station on Monday morning. As soon as she made the complaint, the arrests were made pretty fast. Now, that was in December, but earlier this week, another article came out with the title, Bail Granted Before Charge Sheet Filed. This is what the article reads. Even before the police could file their charge sheet, an additional sessions court has granted bail to both accused in the sensational Infosys rape that had shocked the city in December last year. Judge L.L. Yankar on Monday considered the claim made by the defense that sexual relations between the survivor and accused were consensual and that the former filed rape charges as an afterthought after the duo was caught in a compromising position. Now, they also submitted evidence, call records of the victim and the supposed victim and the supposed accused as well. Now, to be honest, this just looks like another false rape accusation because, well, she's married and she got caught. So she told her husband she got raped. It's simple, isn't it? It was not consensual. I was raped. That's it. It's just the easiest way to get out of it. I'm glad the judges and the legal system are taking notice of the fact that women lie and granted bail to the accused, but they should not have been arrested in the first place. The bitch was cheating on her husband, which I really don't care about, but to save her face, she threw the guy she was dating under the bus. This is woman, people. Selfish, lying cheats. Now, I would advise all men to stay away from women. They are nothing but trouble. They don't care who they throw under the bus. Just something for you to think about. When an attacker points a gun at a man and a woman, what do each of them do? Just post your answers in the comments. It's one of the easiest questions you could possibly answer. Anyway, if you have anything else to say, just comment below. And as always, if you like what you hear, hit the damn